Coming up on Mountain News this morning, Appalachian Regional Healthcare is modifying their visitation restrictions again as we continue to fight the spread of COVID-19. And Kentucky Senator Rand Paul no longer has COVID-19, and he says he is now volunteering at a local hospital. Plus, we take a look at how one 8th grader in Floyd County is going the extra mile to help healthcare workers at one local hospital.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Katie Cook. It is Wednesday, April the 8th, and your time is about 5:01. Let's check in with Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning. Brandon, it was pretty comfortable out there this morning and not too cold, but I know that we were expecting some rain to move in a little bit later.
Exactly. Possibility for some rain and some severe weather as we head deeper into the day today. I know it's been kind of back and forth with not having anything the last couple of days, but tonight the cold front comes through, and I can guarantee you we'll see something with that. Live Pinpoint Doppler radar this morning. Some stronger storms to our north and east up toward West Virginia, just to the east there of Cincinnati, back toward Parkersburg, West Virginia there. But again, those kind of staying off to our north for the moment. Later today, though, that will not be the case. Outside WYMT, pretty quiet this morning. It's a fairly mild morning, anywhere from 57 in Wise to 70 in Huntington. A lot of folks there in the 60s this morning, so very comfortable as you start the daytime hours on this Wednesday. But the out-the-door forecast, similar to yesterday, we actually made it to 81 yesterday. 78 today, could get close to 80 once again. After a mild and fairly dry morning, those scattered chances for storms will pick up later today. And tonight, the cold front comes through, bringing us some widespread chances. We'll talk more about it coming up here in just a little bit. Katie?
All right, Brandon, thank you. Last night we saw the largest one-day total of new cases of COVID-19 in the Bluegrass. Governor Andy Beshear confirmed 147 new cases. The new total sits at 1,149. 7 more Kentuckians have also died, bringing the total to 65. The governor also announced some cases in eastern Kentucky. We have confirmed the one out of Letcher County is the same case we previously reported on Friday, and we are working to learn more on the other cases that were announced. Now here is our county tracker. We have mapped out the counties with confirmed cases. There are now roughly 90 who have at least one case. You will notice Jackson County is now in red on our map. The judge executive there announced they have 3 cases. He says the health department will release more in the coming days. Well, we have heard many stories about people contracting the coronavirus. Now we are hearing from one former Eastern Kentuckian and her husband who both tested positive for the virus. Geneva and Mike Coleman both had symptoms of sneezing and headaches. Mike's condition continued to get worse, resulting in him being hospitalized and in the ICU for nearly 12 days.
He's 67. He's post-stroke. He has asthma. He has diabetes. He has 2 heart stents, an internal pain pump. Every single thing that they tell you that this is the bad demographic to have, then he was there.
After being put on a ventilator and being put in a medically induced coma, Mike is now recovering at home. Geneva says they would not have made it to this point without the medical staff and prayers from everyone. Appalachian Regional Healthcare is modifying their visitation restrictions. No regular visitation will continue. However, there are some exceptions. 2 people will be allowed to visit patients at the end of life. 1 person can be with a mother for labor and delivery. 1 adult is permitted to stay with a pediatric patient. In all cases, the visitor will be asked to take their temperature. Anyone with a fever of 100 or greater will be asked to leave. Kentucky Senator Rand Paul no longer has COVID-19 and says he is now volunteering at a local hospital. He tweeted yesterday saying he was retested and the test came back negative. He's helping people in his community who need medical attention, including coronavirus patients. He ended the tweet saying, "Together we will overcome this." GE Appliances is partnering with the University of Louisville to make face shields. The masks are being made using 3D printing. They'll be used by healthcare workers and first responders. GE is donating them to several places, including U of L Healthcare. With people searching for ways to be helpful, there are a lot of creative ideas to combat COVID-19, and people of all ages are lending a hand. Mason Buck is an 8th grade student at Duff Allen Central in Floyd County. He recognized a need for protective equipment by watching his mother head to the front lines every day as a healthcare worker. So he made his ideas a reality, using 3D printing to create face shields for his mother and her co-workers.
They have little PPE in general, so I offered to start printing the shields. I looked online, I found Prusa had a design to use. I started printing them in stacks.
Mason plans to print as many masks as possible to help fulfill the need, giving what he can to the people who are working hard to take care of the community. Many grocery stores remain open to the public, providing people with daily essentials throughout this crisis. Stores like Food City are taking additional measures to keep people safe, including plexiglass shields at cash registers, having an associate to clean carts all day, and placing markers on the floor notifying people where to stand. Food City President Steve Smith says masks for associates is also in the works.
As those become available, we will make at no cost to our associates those masks, and hopefully we can get into those by sometime next week. But in the meantime, if they've got homemade masks, they're welcome to wear them. Matter of fact, encouraged to wear them.
Smith says curbside grocery usage is up nearly 55%, and he encourages people to continue practicing social distancing in stores. Well, thank you for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Coming up, we'll show you how the Pike County Sheriff's Office is trying their best to help the community stay safe at home.
Our severe weather chances start to ramp up later today and tonight. I'll track out the potential for those storms and the timing for them in about 3 minutes.